On the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. The ball bounces through the end zone and it will be a touchback. The offense lining up for a first down play. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The offense set for a first down play. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. As college football evolves, guys, and players have more rights and they capitalize on name, image, and likeness, and teams are in different conferences, maybe the biggest thing and the thing that keeps coaches up at night, dealing with the transfer portal.
Because they got to make sure that everybody in their locker room is happy. And oftentimes you're re-recruiting your own players and trying to keep the wolves at bay, and the phone calls that are coming in from other programs trying to steal your guys. It is not easy. Probably as difficult as it's ever been, David, to be a head coach now with the transfer portal.
It is, and think about players, man. If I'm not happy, if I'm not getting the run I want, like, I can just leave. I can go keep.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when three-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You have to know where they're at on every snap.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
On the move, it's Lovett. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Leaves it with the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Fast motion in the jet sweep. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And I think in today's era of college football, we get enamored with the jet sweep. It's exciting. You're getting this wide receiver involved in the run game, but sometimes it's just better to go old school. Just run the football conventionally north side.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. The running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Beck. They're setting up the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Absolute shame. Missed it. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Gonna run it. It's Ocha. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Release to the back. And his throw is incomplete. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And the returner will be knocked down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
1st down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Beck. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. After the missed connection, it's second down. He's got it on the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. That's caught. It's Young. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You got to love that on defense. One of the most critical statistics. Play on third down. How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Bringing it back, it's Achuk. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. First down here for the offense. Wide out in motion. Leaves it with the running back.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Hand off from the shotgun. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Just going to keep it after the snap. Picks up the first down. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
That boy fast. Goodness gracious, when he pulls the ball down, he can go chew up yards so quick, just like a running back. Man, the speed is evident on that QB.
And you know, everybody likes to call him dual threat. I'd say just plain old threat. He is a problem.
Yeah, and you're putting, at a younger age, you're putting your quarterback now, the best athlete on the field, at the quarterback spot, so he can go make plays, and he's used to playing quarterback and throwing the ball and been doing it his whole life.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. The home team is within striking distance, but time is not on their side. Time to see if they can solve this riddle. The away team has a slight lead. They play a fun brand of football. Let's see if they can close this one out. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ole Miss. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Able to pick up a couple on first down, 2nd and 8 from their own 27. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This offense has a 2nd down play. The give to the tailback. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Yeah, a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Able to fight his way ahead for a pickup of 4, but they're still left with a 4th and 2. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Running it back, it's Alchuk. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. They'll start this drive with an end around. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Wide receivers, running backs, you see them. They're interchangeable now. You see each playing different positions and handing the ball to wide receivers like you get here. You know, wide receivers are getting the ball more and more in space, but you're also trying to hand them the football so they can make some plays, get more touches.
He lets it fly. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Finds the finish line for the touchdown.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm over it, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Line gets set, first down. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
After the misfire now on second down. Looking for a man. It's back. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on second and 10. They'll give it to the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. They'll try to run for it. And the Bulldogs are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Second down after that incompletion. Looking for room. It's Frazier.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Scrambling away. Lets it fly. Complete to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they are able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll line up for a second down play. Defense not showing press coverage. To the air, it's back. Flips it out in the flat. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. third down play from the gun. Trying to get to it. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And he missed it. No good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game.
Look, it's sloppy out here. It's wet. The ball is slick. It's not easy to kick in these types of conditions. That's now his second missed field goal, but I know this kicker's disappointed of himself because he's good enough to make these kicks.
He's looking to throw it. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
To the air. It's back. Pressure coming. And they got him for the sack.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it. But you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Georgia sends out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. First down here for the offense. On the ground, it's Acha. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Back to throw. It's Arnold. Fires to the right. And this sophomore's going to learn you can't force that type of pass. Very lucky to get it back. Wait for this. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quick release by QB. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to go?
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollock, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing D-line. All-time.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
And here comes the punt team. And it'll be down right there.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up with great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the field.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They'll try the left side. Sweet cut there. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. And the Dogs want to move quickly. They're going to ride this running back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. They'll give it on the jet sweep, looking for room outside. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The Dogs have this offense rolling. Takes a handoff, and he's going right. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Line getting set on second down. Looking for space, it's Robinson. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the third. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Reads it, fires complete. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. You saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Right back to the well. Nice move to pick up yardage. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. The Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big leads.
The ball pops out. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Looking for a crease. It's Etienne. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. And the Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo. The RPO, it's complete. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Motion from the offense. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Now adjusting. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Georgia, number 11, with the catch in the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. The home team is just getting blown off the field right now, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. The Rebels' offense is pouring it on. Feels like they're trying to make a statement today, and that statement is, don't mess with us. They're trailing by 17 to Ole Miss. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Loss of 4. Offense facing 4th down.
They bring the punter onto the field now. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout.
Timeout.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They feed him again. Oh, he just flat ran over it. Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a first down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Shoves back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. They'll try the run. And he'll be brought down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smith. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Tackle is made after the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This crowd knows when to bring it. They'll go to the ground. Sweet feet on the move. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. And the Dogs will hustle to the line. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Trailing by a touchdown, this fourth down opportunity is gargantuan. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Georgia.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, and they get to him. Had a chance for an all-time finish, but the defense put a stop to it, and that's the final play of the game. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.